Welcome to Sports Court. I'm Tamara Holder. The Redskins aren't changing their name. Never mind that a federal court judge ordered the cancellation of their trademarks earlier this month, or that the National Park Service and Interior Secretary won't allow the team to move to the old RFK location for a new stadium unless they change their name. The Redskins are not budging, period. Joining me to discuss the franchise and their name change controversy is the author of the soon-to-be-released book, Hail to the Redskins, Adam Lazarus. Welcome, Adam. So you're a Redskins history expert. You've written a book about it. Yes or no?
Yes.
Should the team change its name?
I think they should change the name. I think enough people want them to change the name. It's problematic for them to do so, obviously, but I think it's probably the right thing to do. There's enough movement out there and enough people from top to bottom who think the name is offensive, and I think that it's the right thing to do.
Okay, well, you say from top to bottom, but the guy at the top of the Redskins is Dan Snyder, the team owner. And he's made it clear, no way, no how, they're not changing the name. He even calls it a badge of honor. So you say one thing, he says another, but is it really that serious to him? Why doesn't he just do it?
Well, I think part of the reason that they're so active or proactive in saying they won't change the name is I think they don't want to be told to change the name. And I think there is some merit behind that. I don't think that any NFL owner is going to want to be told how to run his franchise, how to something as simple and basic as the name of the franchise. So from that standpoint, I can understand it. I can understand the same thing regarding with the new stadium. It sets a sort of strange precedent to have this give and take with the team name versus whether or not they're going to be granted land for the stadium. But I do think it's more about not wanting to be told what to do, which is, I mean, he's a powerful individual who runs a mega franchise. It's worth millions of dollars, and I think that's the main reason is if there had been less telling him what to do, he probably would be more willing to budge.
Okay, well, that sounds like a very juvenile position, especially because we're seeing how this is now affecting the business opportunities of the teams. So RFK Stadium is on federal land. They can't go back there. This is prime real estate, that location. So shouldn't he be weighing that versus I don't want you telling me what to do?
Well, yeah, I think it does hurt the franchise that it is hurting these business models, and that a lot of people are coming after the team, coming after him. He's not very popular right now, but I think a lot of that has to do with the lack of success the franchise has had. So it's sort of piling on. I think he's sort of an easy target at this point because of that, and because the franchise has had some bad decisions here and there. But I mean, I don't think that it's his. I think it's his right to do what he wants. I think in his best interest is to do what enough of the people around the country and around the area, around D.C. think. But I think he also has a lot of people telling him to stand still and not budge because they support the name.
So when you talk about popularity or not being popular, we have NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, who's obviously not very popular right now and has had a popularity issue probably for the past year. So he actually seems like he's in Snyder's camp, that he cites polls that strongly say that they're against, the majority of people are against changing the name. What do you think his role is here?
Well, I think he supports his owner until his owner gives him a reason not to. There is enough of a gray area with people. Yes, there are a lot of loud voices that say the name should be changed. There are also a lot of loud voices who say the name shouldn't be changed, and it's history. And there's studies out there that say Native American tribes and groups support the name, and then there's obviously other groups that say, the ones protesting, that say they want the name to change, it's offensive to them. But I think it's enough of a gray area where it's not going to be something on Roger Goodell's desk right now. I think he has enough issues that are more pressing and
like building a team
more
in LA?
league-wide. Well, you mentioned a market in Washington, D.C. being a mega area. You're talking about Los Angeles plus maybe two teams in Los Angeles. That is certainly something that I think has his attention. Also, just the day-to-day operations of the league. I think those are something that have more of a nationwide general impact on the league and all 32 franchises. So I think the problems of the Redskins franchise and whether or not they're going to make a decision about their name isn't quite a top priority for them.
All right, well, we will see what is going to happen because this has obviously been a problem that the Redskins have been fighting for years and years and years. So I appreciate your insight on this because you're the expert. Hope you come back.
Thank you. I will.
Sports Court is adjourned.